Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels '06 Pontiac GTO. It's actually a fantasy casting that answers the question, what if Pontiac offered a Super Duty GTO? They did in the 60s. Pontiac offered race cars right off the assembly line. So as a nod to that program, this What If GTO comes with an enlarged ram air hood scoop, exhaust header, fender exhaust, drag slicks, parachute, wheelie bar, inside roll bar, and no rear seats. This is my entry to this month's Four Horsemen invitational. Four Horsemen are Paul from Diecast Graveyard, Xavier from Diecast Show Customs, myself, and this month's special guest horseman, DT99 Race. Make sure you've already got yourself a Jeep Gladiator and a Nissan 370Z for the next two monthly invitationals coming up this summer. We'd sure love you to join in, and we'll put your build in a recap video and get your work and your name out there in front of lots of new viewers. It's always great fun, and I hope you'll take part. Now that I've got it disassembled, you can see many of the aforementioned racing specs in the GTO, and that's the theme for this month, drag racing. So they'll come in handy, but I'll still make some mods. Here's a cool move as long as you're careful for taking wheels out of a plastic base. Just a little bit of heat from the flame softens up those three plastic tabs just enough to spring the axle free from the base without ruining them, so you can replace it at reassembly time. This time lapse is about 5 or 6 minutes of the paint stripping process, and as you can see, it comes off pretty easily today. Although there's always one or two stubborn paint spots that really got baked in, so one of the first moves I do with the Dremel tool is put this small attachment on, go over the whole casting just to take off any residual paint, especially in these places like the grills and the shot lines of the doors, and then I switch attachments to the wire brush and go over the whole thing again, smoothing it out and getting it ready for primer and paint. Please take care after this stage to clean up your workstation with a brush to get rid of those metal filings. July 1st is the date long awaited for the Canada Day Custom Diecast Invitational. Here's another in my series Summer Road Trip, buddy build with Old Man Diecast, and some more great stuff coming up over the summer. So if you like this kind of video, I hope you'll give this one a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it really is the best way to help me out and keep this channel growing. Thank you. The Four Horsemen currently number only 3, so for at least the remainder of 2022, we are featuring a monthly guest horseman, and this week's community shout-out goes to DT99 Race. He's the June guest horseman, and I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can swing by there and check out his great channel. The original theme for the month of June was a New Zealand-Australia influence, and to get you in the proper Kiwi mood, I'll take you to the rugby field. That's the very well-known haka dance that the All Blacks rugby team does before every match to give their opponents a taste of what's to come. As a nod to their tribal heritage, I put a Maori mask on the roof, and here's the All Blacks team logo and feather on each door panel. And my small bit for New Zealand tourism. There's the web address that you want to visit now that COVID's winding down and we're starting to travel again. And a channel logo on the bottom, as always. That looks after the New Zealand theme part of the build. Now to focus on the drag racing part, with my very first scratch-built wheelie bar. I used some styrene rods, and these little dollar store beads serve perfectly as the wheels. Did you know that GTO stands for Gran Turismo Omologato, which means officially certified by the FIA for racing in the Grand Tourer class as a true production car, there having been at least 100 of them made. That came out very well. Now to break up the all-black paint scheme, I'm putting some bright yellow on the parachute bag on the back, which would be for safety, and in this case for some show. The red brake lights always look good on a black body. You just need to get your finest detail brush and take your time here. Underneath, I'll do a little bit of color as well after dressing up the exhaust system. A touch of red so nobody falls asleep during the video. I'll give the chassis a matte transparent finish when it's all dried up. And things are starting to take shape and look pretty good. Now it's off with the plastic drag slicks that came with the casting, and I'm upgrading to a set of Samed wheels. These ones are all black because, you know, and they're already the perfect length, so they snap right back in there, and I've got good rolling action. I'll glue them down with some Gorilla Gel so that doesn't run off to the sides, and stick the wheels up. Check it out. Samed Wheels and Maple Leaf Customs have a good collaboration going, and if you use the promo code MAPLELEAF when you place your order, they'll send you a free gift. And I hope you'll do that. I don't make any money from it at all, but it lets them know that my viewers are customers too. I'd appreciate that very much. Thanks. The GTO goes back together as easily as any car could because there are so few pieces. I just make sure I'm careful not to disturb the wheelie bars on the back. Everything's locked down in place. I check the wheels are still rolling like they should, and they are. They're the perfect fit. Check it out. Let's have a closer look. The New Zealand influence is evident from the Maori mask on the roof, and the tourism logo front and back, and the all blacks badge on the doors. I like the wheelie bars, and the parachute bag stands out nicely. All black is a great look, isn't it? Broken up with a little bit of red. And the real rubber Samed wheels, all black to fit the theme, look super. There's the What If GTO the way it came out of the blister pack originally. And here's my interpretation of it with the New Zealand theme and the drag racing theme combined in one. I think it shows off well. The metallic paint always plays a couple of tricks with the camera, depending on the lighting that we have, but it sure looks good in my hand. You can see all the details that were done. And it's ready to be packed up in a custom card that I made up that includes a certificate of authenticity on the back, which simply says this is one of one. I'll take this to the Goodwill shop in my community where it will become a gift for a little boy or girl. Make sure you check out all the other builds for this month's Four Horsemen invitational, especially DT99 race. Please leave a respectful comment below and tell me where you're watching from. It's coffee time.